Hello, good morning. Myself Balram Sir, and today I am here with you, my students, for a special class with the GT and UKVI candidates. Today I am gonna teach you here about Task 1, writing Task 1 about the letters which you will face in your examination. Among the three letters types in Task 1, one can be asked you in your exam day. So what you learn here, the types of letters with their techniques and tips how to secure high band score. Let's stay with me till the end of this video. You will learn all the necessary tips and ideas that I will share my personal experiences, and at the end of this video I will keep some photos of my students who have secured their well score, and also I will put here some sample answers that you feel more easy and convenient to get high band score. Let's stay and let's start. IELTS Writing Task 1 is about writing letters. There are mainly three types of letters that you will have to learn. While writing Task 1 letters, you need to use different vocabularies and synonyms to make your answer complex. And what you learn more about, you have to use the connectives also. Connective means the linking word. You have to make two sentences join in one to make it meaningful and complex. Moreover, you have to learn, you will have just 20 minutes time for writing Task 1, and writing Task 2 is about essay. You may have 40 minutes time. For writing module in IELTS for academic, for GT and for UKVI, you have only 60 minute time, and in 60 minutes you have two tasks. Task 1 for 20 minutes, Task 2 for 40 minutes. And you need to write minimum of 150 words in writing Task 1. In writing Task 2, 250 words minimum. In this task, you don't need to write any date and address of any person. So what you learn, you have to just explain the bullet points what you appear in the examination time, and you don't need to put any address, any date of the person, right? Now, in brief, I mean to say in short, you have to observe the following figure. This graph will show you a convenient ideas about your writing Task 1. To talk about the letters, the first one is called informal letter. Informal means the personal letter which you write to the person whom you have the good relation or close relation, right? Look, it is written to the person whom you know very well and have close relation. The person whom you know very well, like your friends, like your family members, like mother, father, brother, sister, uncle, aunt, or like your close friend circles. You can use here. What you do, you can, okay, please learn here about some tips to learn. Starting tips here. How do you start? It means for greeting. When you go for greeting, you can put dear, and here what you do, the first name only, first name, okay, in this, and put your comma. And here you can use informal language. 3 to 4 paragraphs depending on the situations. And then ending. When you end your letter, when you are going for ending, it is called subscription. When you go for subscription, or it's called sign, you need to put your first name. Okay, I give you some ideas here. You're lovely, truly yours, or you're obedient, your best friend, with regards, warm regards. You can also put your warm regards. These are the common words that you use in the formal letters. After this 1, 2, 3, you can use any one and put your first name at last. Your first name. in personal letter. When you start greeting like dear Ram, dear Sam, right? Dear mother, dear father. And then you can say here 3 to 4 sentence, paragraphs, and at the ending, what you do here, your first name. Look, it's very easy for you. Here also first name of the person, like dear Ram, dear Sam, dear Krishna, and here is also first name, your first name, like my name is Balram. So I can put your lovely Balram. Clear concept? In the personal letter, what you do? For the person's first name and your also first name. No need to put the full name here because it is personal letter. Okay, now come for semi-formal. Let me make here line. In semi-formal, what you do? It is written to the person whom you know, but you don't have close relation. What is the example? For example, look. For example, your landlord. You know landlord? Landlady. Professor. Your teacher. Like this. And now what you do here is studying. When you go for studying, please remember, don't forget this. For starting means it's called greeting. When you go for greeting, you can put your like dear, and in this blank, what do you remember here? Mr. / Miss or / Mrs. and here the last name. Understand here what I am saying here. You have to understand dear Mr. and Sarma. Dear Mrs. Sarma, if married woman. Dear Miss, Pandey, like this. What you learn here. In semi-formal letter, we address like dear, Mr. and the surname. Clear concept? In semi-formal. This letter is written about for complaint. Suppose you live in a rented home and you don't have the access of electricity, you have problem of water supply. When you write a complaint letter to the landlord to maintain the problem, you can address with dear Mr. and what is his last name. Now what you learn here, when you're starting for the greeting in semi-formal letter, you have to understand dear and Mr., Miss, Mrs. and the last name of the person whom you are writing the letter. Actually semi-formal letter we write to the person whom we know well, whom we know but we don't have the close relation. We don't meet regularly. Like for example, landlord. In abroad, in the foreign country, you don't have much time to go and meet with the landlord. It means you only meet when the time of the weekend or month end comes. When you go for paying the money rented to the house, then you can meet him occasionally but not regularly. Personal letter means you meet the person regularly, like your friend circles, like your family members. You meet every day. Yes, you have good attachment, good emotional relationship. But for semi-formal, you know the person but you don't have the close relationship. Clear the concept now? Okay. Explain the bullet points. In here also bullet point comes, and you should explain the bullet points in 3 or 4 paragraphs. Remember, all these paragraphs I will teach you in my next part also. And how do you go for ending? Remember, for ending you can put yours sincerely or sincerely yours. Which you feel easy? Yours sincerely or sincerely yours?
Yours sincerely.
And you can put your full name. Can you guess here what is common? Look, in semi-formal you can use sincere. How easy? Isn't it? In semi-formal, yes for sincere. It's so easy to understand. And then your full name. Don't write the first name only. In personal, write first name, but in semi-formal, write your full name. Clear the concept? We go for now here formal letter. Please see, it is mainly written to the person whom you don't know and have no any relation. Look, it is an official letter. Okay, you have to understand how do you start. In the starting for greeting we can say, how do you greet the people? In here you do need put here dear, sir, or madam, or you can also put sir/madam, which you feel easy that you need to write dear sir or madam, or dear sir/madam. Here also you can explain the bullet points, and divide the paragraphs into 3 or 4. Okay, and how do you go for ending? In the ending you have to remember, put here yours faithfully or faithfully yours, and put here your full name. Now come to learn in detail, my dear students. In formal letter, that means the official letter, you don't know to whom you are writing. Maybe the person will be the male or female. Yes, maybe he or she. Like for example, the manager of the NSCI Bank, SBI Bank, or Everest Bank, or in our other government or non-government organizations. If you write to the person like the chief editor of the Kantipur Post, the chief editor of the Himalayan Post, when you write the letter to them in any topic, you don't know who they are. So what you learn first, you can start for greeting dear sir/madam. It can address both. If they are sir, address our sir. If that is madam, also madam. No worry for this. And explain the bullet points, because 3 bullet points or 4 bullet points can be given in every letters, and that bullet points you have to explain in paragraphs, which comes one after another. In ending, what you do here, yours faithfully or faithfully yours, and at last your full name. Look here, common, when formal letter comes you should use faithfully, F. Clear the concept? When semi-formal it comes sincerely, when formal faithfully, and when personal you can put your first name here for the person and here also your first name. Any doubt? Now we go for here 4 major points that judge your score in writing talks 1. Stay with me. Now here you are on this board. You will learn 4 different categories which can judge your writing letters in talks 1. The first one is called talks achievement. The second one is called cohesive. It's called cohesion and cohesive. Okay, all the meaning I provide you here. It's called C number lexical resources. That means called vocabularies. And the D number at last is called grammatical range and accuracy. So what you learn between among these four categories is about for 25% the role of each points. So what you learn altogether is four categories have been used to judge your writing. The first one is task achievement. Whatever you are writing in task 1, if your question in introduction, if you are not capable to introduce properly, if you have not paraphrased the meaning of the question in introduction part, then your task achievement will be evaluated like 0. If you want to impress the examiner, what is the letter about? What the question is asking you to do, that must you remember, read the question once, twice, understand what the question is saying, what is the type of letter, is it personal, semi-formal or formal, what you learn, and then you have to understand. In my previous topics I talked about the types of letters. So when you read the question here, you may have several ideas for this. Next is called cohesion and cohesive. Cohesion means sequence, order. One after another incident you have to use. You may have 3 bullet points. You have to use one after another. That is important. And next, cohesive means you should make your paragraph, your word very clear. Write the clear meaning. Don't make people's doubt in reading your answer. If you make your answer correct, then you get the better score for writing. Next thing is called the C number, lexical resources. Lexical resource means it's called vocabulary. In IELTS Writing Task 1 or Task 2, the rule is that you do not use same meaning and same word more than once. Clear? If you use the same word and same meaning in many times, then you may have the poor judgment for writing. So what you focus, use different vocabularies, different synonyms to impress the examiner. Yes, to make the people convinced in your writing. That is very important to satisfy the person. And the last number D is called grammatical range and accuracy. Grammar is very important. So when you use grammar, you should use mainly present tense, past tense and future tense. I have made my videos for grammar also in my previous part, and I will teach you here the part wise letters, like letter 1 is called personal, letter 2 is called semi-formal, and letter 3 is called formal letters with examples, and all the techniques I will provide you in my upcoming days. Thank you for watching everyone, and have a good day.